Some buildings hold more than just walls inside them. They trap terrifying memories. Since 2011, no one has dared to go near this hospital, located on the edge of the city. This old medical center used to be one of the most advanced facilities. But over time, financial troubles began. Doctors slowly left, and eventually, the building was completely abandoned. Nothing supernatural was ever observed in the building until something happened on the 4th floor. Specifically, in room 404, David worked the night shift as a security guard, and he hated walking through the empty, echoing corridors. He always spent his time safely sitting in the guard room until that night, when a strange sound echoed at exactly 2:45 a.m. From the 4th floor came a creeping, scraping sound, like a heavy metal cart being dragged across the floor. David tried to stay calm, but he could clearly feel his heart pounding heavily against his chest. He looked at the security camera monitor to see where the suspicious sound was coming from. On the monitor screen, an unexplainable dark silhouette was slowly moving down the hallway. He realized he wasn't alone, but the building was secured with heavy locks. No one could have entered from outside. Refusing to let fear take over, he grabbed a metal flashlight and a walkie-talkie from the desk. He walked toward the stairs. Every step echoed loudly in the empty building, startling him even more. As he climbed higher up the stairs, the surroundings grew darker, and the air turned noticeably freezing cold. As he rounded the corner, a sharp, unpleasant smell of old medicine and decay hit his nose. Finally, he reached the door of the infamous room 404 on the 4th floor. The door wasn't locked. It was cracked open with a faint reddish light bleeding from inside. With extreme caution, David reached out and slowly pushed the door open. In the middle of the room, on an old medical bed, something resembling a human body lay covered under a white sheet. The sheet slowly began to move, as if the entity beneath it was taking a breath. Suddenly, all the electrical lights in the entire building went completely out, plunging everything into pitch darkness. At that exact moment, the walkie-talkie in his hand started broadcasting strange footsteps and heavy, raspy breathing. Terrified, David spun around and desperately tried to run back down toward the exit. However, the heavy main door at the far end of the hallway slammed shut by itself with a deafening crash. He tried to look back, but the footsteps could now be heard right beside his ear, terrifyingly close. When morning broke and sunlight appeared, police officers finally arrived at the building. They thoroughly searched the entire building, but not a single trace of David was found. Only his walkie-talkie lay silently in the middle of room 404, resting on the dusty floor. The hospital was permanently and officially sealed off, with heavy iron bars welded across the entrance. Yet locals still claim that at night, strange sounds echo from that building, especially from room 404. This mystery remains unsolved.